First explosive devices in the mail, building evacuations, and one of the bombs driven through the streets of Manhattan to be examined.
I live across the street from a place that could have blown up.
Stay clear, stay away from windows.
What we saw here today was an effort to terrorize.
And now fear and frustration after an act of terror targeting politicians and a major media outlet. Good evening. I'm Christine Johnson.
And I'm Maurice Dubois. The FBI, Secret Service, and local police all working overtime tonight, investigating devices sent through the mail containing live explosives.
And here now a picture of one of them. The device looks like a pipe, and it was sent to CNN, addressed to former CIA Director John Brennan. It set off fear and confusion in Midtown. The Time Warner Center was evacuated and a shelter in place ordered for several blocks around Columbus Circle. The NYPD then removed the bomb and drove it through Manhattan to the Bronx to an NYPD gun range for examination.
The package sent to CNN at Columbus Circle is just one of several delivered. Another was mailed to Hillary Clinton at the home she shares with the former president in Chappaqua in Westchester. That's very close to a similar device found Monday at the Bedford home of the billionaire and Democratic donor George Soros. And there are in other parts of the country. Other bombs. Devices were mailed to former President Obama's home in Washington and Congresswoman Maxine Waters' office in D.C. There was also one sent to Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz's office in Sunrise, Florida.
We have team coverage tonight of this story. Let's begin with CBS 2's Tony Aiello. He is live in Columbus Circle. Tony.
Christine, an amazing coincidence here. NYPD experts were inside the Time Warner Center this morning, briefing security officials on what to look for when the mailroom spotted one of the suspicious packages with 6 forever stamps and a return address to that congresswoman in Florida. A plain manila envelope with something sinister inside. The Soros estate in Bedford, the Clinton home in Chappaqua, the Time Warner Center on the Upper West Side, all targeted by someone with bad intentions and clear determination.
We will not rest until we find this, stop these hazardous devices from being mailed, and bring the individual or individuals to justice.
The device sent to Time Warner was addressed to former CIA Director John Brennan, care of CNN, where Brennan sometimes offers commentary, always critical of the Trump administration. The center was evacuated. And residents and office workers along West 58th Street were alerted to take precautions.
I got the alert on my phone about stay clear, stay away from windows and so on.
The events of the day are just terrifying because I live across the street from a place that could have blown up.
The NYPD safely removed the device, put it in a containment truck, and took it to a facility in the Bronx, where experts will examine it for evidence including fingerprints, DNA markers, and construction techniques.
Numerous bombs in a short amount of time leads investigators to apprehend the person quickly. Why? Because they usually make mistakes.
Earlier Wednesday, heightened law enforcement presence at the Chappaqua home of Bill and Hillary Clinton. A device was intercepted at a nearby facility where the Secret Service screens their mail. Mrs. Clinton was in Florida.
We are fine, thanks to the men and women of the Secret Service who intercepted the package addressed to us long before it made its way to our home.
I think that is terrible that we have to be here dealing with this instead of dealing with happy things.
Last year, congressional Republicans practicing for a baseball game were attacked by a gunman. Earlier this month, a Utah man was arrested for sending letters with the poison ricin to the president and the Pentagon. Many feel these devices targeting prominent Democrats take the toxic political environment to an even more poisonous level.
There are a few people trying to tear us apart through acts of violence. It is imperative that we ensure they fail.
The Time Warner Center reopened just about an hour ago, about 5 hours after the pipe bomb was removed. The delay was caused by suspicious powder that was inside the package. That powder was tested for poison and eventually cleared of any danger. The mayor says New Yorkers will see heightened security at various places around the city for the time being. He says that shouldn't make you nervous. It should reassure you. Live at Columbus Circle, Tony Aiello, CBS 2 News.